right, everybody, welcome back. JimmyChurchRadio.com, KJCR for syndicatednews.net. Shoot us an email to Jimmy at JimmyChurchRadio.com. You can follow us on Twitter at JChurchRadio. You can follow Hilton. You can follow Charlie. Go chase him down. You know what to do. We also have Facebook, YouTube, J Church Radio, Jimmy Church Radio, whatever. Go look it up. Go Google it. Laurie Fine, after 36 consecutive seasons with the Syracuse Orange, was fired yesterday. In a statement released by Kevin Quinn, the school's senior vice president for public affairs, he says, and I quote, "At the direction of Chancellor Nancy Cantor, Laurie Fine's employment with Syracuse University has been terminated effective immediately." Third victim, alleged victim, third victim has come forward. His name is Zach Tomaselli. Zach is 23 years old, and he said that Fine molested him in 2002 in a Pittsburgh hotel. He said that Fine touched him multiple times, once in one incident. He currently, and I'm talking about Zach, this is where this case gets a little funny. I'm not too sure how to take things yet. Now, if these are indeed three victims, all the compassion in the world, they've come out now, great. Okay? That's that side. There are differences between this and Penn State, and I will address those in a second. But Zach Tomaselli is facing a mountain of sex charges against him and a 14-year-old boy himself. He says he has not made any deal with the DA or the prosecution right now in his current case and charges against him and this 14-year-old boy. And that is tragic in itself. We'll get more details on that. But where this gets a little cloudy for Zach is his father. His father, Fred Tomaselli, says, look, he never had any contact with Laurie Fine. Every game that we went to, we sat up in the nosebleeds. Okay? Listen to what I'm saying here. Now it appears that Fred, his father, is saying this because he may have molested Zach himself. And he doesn't want all of this to come out. The story is being yanked left and right now. But Fred says, hey, we sat in the nosebleed seats. Zach is saying he was given tickets right behind the bench. I'm going to ask everybody out there, including the media, if these games were televised or if anybody videotaped anything, where was Zach sitting? Was he there? Tickets were either purchased for Zach or presented to him on a VIP guest list situation. He had to pick up the ticket somewhere at the box office. Where are these ticket stubs? Where's the original guest list? Again, like I said in last week's show, somebody is lying here. This is a direct he said, she said, he said situation. Now, with this other victim coming forward, I'm talking about Zach, that was enough for Syracuse to pull the plug. And I fully agree. And now Jim Boeheim has to backpedal with his original statements. And we all have to agree with the university. And certainly we need to find out what Jim Boeheim did or did not know during this period too as well. I'm not relating everything back to Joe Paterno, but certainly there is a moral obligation. I'm not too sure yet. We will get to the bottom of it. But there is another twist to this case. And it's Laurie Fine. Laurie Fine now has been accused by Bobby Davis of having sex with Bobby when he was 18 years old. When Laurie apparently herself, in a recorded phone call, which I have listened to, the staff here, Charlie and Hilton, have listened to, it's disturbing. Laurie admits to knowing about everything. Not only about what Bernie was doing, but what Bernie's attitude was towards it. And if that is indeed the case, What are you doing sleeping with the very victim that your husband molested? What kind of sick and twisted marriage was that? I think Laurie has as much to answer for as Bernie. And if she knew, if Laurie knew, like she says in this audio tape, this entire time, she's a conspirator. She's a co-conspirator. She knew. What were they luring boys into this home so they both could have sex with them? I ask you, seriously, right now, what kind of lurid marriage was that? So, again, this is not the Penn State case. Let me make this perfectly clear. The Penn State case went on for 15 years and culminated in the end with a grand jury investigation and a grand jury report. And by all standards, multiple agencies, the school, individuals dropped the ball and swept all of this under the table, apparently for money and jobs. That's a whole nother thing that was investigated. This is not that case. But I will say this, it's turning out to be equally as twisted. And out of all of this, I'm kind of pointing the finger at Laurie Fine. We need to find out some more, and I will. This is Jimmy Church Radio for syndicatednews.net. We'll be back right after this.